Hello, people. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I'd like to welcome you to this episode of Relationship Facts. Oh, yeah. I'll call this one Begging and Pleading. And there are such cases involving relationships that have went sour or bad, and it required one or more parties involved, one or the other, to get down and beg and plead and make any type of concession deal that they could possibly make in order to keep that one close to them from getting out of there and leaving. Now, people, we all are taught to preserve certain levels of dignity, and especially in relationship, because people like to show strength of character in relationship, and certain people and all people are expected to show that type of authority and control over the situation, depending on what their roles may be, involving subservient, subordinate, dominant, controlling, and so forth. So I know a controlling, dominating person really doesn't want to beg and plead to help their situation, even if it would improve it. But sometimes when situations become too dire, and so dire that way, then in order to keep what they had of a relationship, a person is going to get down, crawl, beg, cry, scream, do whatever they can. They will offer money, they will offer prizes, cash rewards, trips. They will offer cruises, anything, and they'll say they'll never, ever, ever do whatever they didn't do or did again. They would say that they're not going to do that stuff again, or they won't even think about doing it. Whatever they're doing, I know, like maybe they're telling the truth, maybe they're lying, because it's like some of it is game, some of it is con, some of it is hustling, but nevertheless, they're doing what they have to do. Now, they're probably telling the truth. If you see somebody begging and crying and pleading, they probably are telling the truth, or they think they are, or they might be telling the truth at that moment. But once the person comes back, they might change their ways. They might change back and start doing the same thing they were doing before, and which got them into trouble, and then play the crying game every time the person is going to leave them. We've seen that. Call it what you must call it. Call it a lack of dignity. Call it lying. Call it repeated conning and scamming, rather. That's a good way to put it. But if people want to be together, they're going to make a reason to stay together, regardless. If people don't want to be together, then they're not going to be together, regardless. In other words, so with the begging and pleading thing, it's been going on for thousands of years, and it probably will continue. And I firmly believe to apply all means necessary to preserve what you think is worth preserving. Yeah, if a person has to beg his wife or girlfriend to stay with him, then I think if he's willing to take that approach instead of taking a more aggressive approach, then I would say, do what you got to do, man. Keep the family together. Beg, plead, bring flowers, candy, roses, throw in the trips and cash prizes, whatever she wants. Yeah, folks. Yeah, whatever it takes, you must do it. And if it requires begging, pleading, but in some cases, dudes, if you do that, she might lose total and complete respect for you. But at that point, it doesn't matter. So take a chance. All right, folks. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'd appreciate it if you give me those likes, comments, and please subscribe to me. Thank you.